Okay, so before you even start learning notes, I highly recommend you go by finger numbers instead. It's so much easier. And I myself, as you may hear in some of my songs, I don't really read notes while I'm playing, and this is something my teacher got on while I was in piano lessons is I don't really like notes. Now, they're cool, and I totally wish I was like super classically trained and was a master at reading notes, but I'm not. And so what helped me was finger numbers. Okay. And that helped me do a little bit better when it came to reading notes. I still have always preferred to play by ear and just hop on the piano. But I will say, if you really want to go further with your piano, well, maybe not. But one way to go further is to learn how to read notes, and reading notes better comes with mastering those finger numbers. But some people are just naturally gifted, and so whether you want to play by ear like me, or whether you want to play just reading notes, which I also did, this was one of my favorite books that I was, when I was in piano lessons, was piano literature, really cool songs. And reading notes can be very rewarding. Like, there's just so much music you can play just by reading. But then, like, you might just hear a song. Like, I remember hearing the song Young Tierson being played at my best friend's house when I was in childhood. And I was like, hey, yo, can you teach me that song? And I just sat down and learned it. So I don't know, whichever way you prefer to learn, whether it's reading notes or whether just hearing a song or seeing the notes, which is my preferred way. But I still feel like you can be even more empowered just by learning to read. So first way, or one way to read notes better, is to do the finger numbers. So you got your left hand and then you got your right hand. Okay. So left hand LH and right hand RH. So your thumbs are going to be 1. Index fingers are going to be 2. Middle fingers 3. Ring fingers 4. And then pinkies will be 5. And so that is going to be super helpful. If you see, like, if you get a book, this is like Alfred's, like, I love Alfred's because it's literally like piano for like if you got like no skills. And that's how I like to learn. Look, just teach me from the bottom of the bottom of the bottom so I can just elevate. So in some of your piano books, like whatever method you're using, if you're using a more advanced method, I'm not sure if those start off with finger numbers, or they might start off with finger numbers or have both. But you'll see in like the music that we're going to be doing in this book specifically, we're going to have a lot of finger numbers to start. And I think they might have finger numbers throughout the whole book. No, they don't. But let me see here. As you can see here, like we have finger numbers. Yeah, finger numbers. And then we'll start getting to finger numbers and notes. And then we'll get to like just notes. These are the simple ones. Oh my gosh, these are like when the music is just like straightforward. Okay, so anyways, 1 is thumb, 2 index, 3 middle finger, 4 ring finger, 5 pinky. So just get used to that, specifically for this method, which is for the young beginner. But I recommend this for anyone that just wants to like start and like not be confused. So those are your finger numbers. And previously we learned how to sit at the piano, as you can see here. So recap on sitting at the piano. If you didn't watch that, just go to the previous lesson. You'll see a link for that. But yeah, this is pretty straightforward. But if it's not, let me know if you have questions, because once again, you never want to assume things are straightforward. So once again, I'll do one more recap. You got your left hand LH, you got your right hand RH. It's going to become super useful because in our next lesson, we're going to be using finger numbers. And it's going to have like LH, for left hand and all that. So what's the thumb? What finger number is it? It's 1. And then what is your pinky? 5. And then what is the middle finger? 3. And then the index finger? 2. And then your ring finger is 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it. Okay, if you want to like really go back to childhood if you're an adult and you're doing this, or you're a kid or a teenager or whatever, you just want to like, look, let's go back to like kid times. Then you can literally outline your hands, make a cool drawing or a painting of it, put it on your walls, put it on your ceiling, so that way you always see exactly what the finger numbers are. Put them on your fridge. You know what? This will be like a great relaxing exercise to do, something super childlike, which might bring some joy out of you. And something I've learned in life, we could always use more joy. All right? So that's all for today, y'all. If you got any questions, let me know. Drop it in the comments. And get those finger numbers memorized. All right, peace out.